Okay, so these are really fun. I really like these coin problems or coin riddles. So in this case, there's 39 coins made of pennies and dimes, and the total value is $1.83. Okay, so we could start making a bunch of guesses and have just a really frustrating time. I mean, you could do it, but there's another way, and that is by creating a system of equations like we've been working with. So when you're doing this, you want to think of two different equations. There's going to be one equation that is focused on the number of coins, and there's going to be one equation, the second equation, that is going to be focused on the value of the coins. Okay, the value of the coins. And we have two coins. We have pennies and dimes. So these are our missing amounts. And what do we need for missing amounts? Well, we need variables. So I'm just going to call P is going to be my number of pennies, because that's what we are going to try to find, how many pennies there are. And D is going to be the number of dimes. And here we go. So the first equation is going to be about the number of coins. Well, there's a total of 39 coins. That means when we add the pennies, the number of pennies and the number of dimes, we get 39. So P plus D equals 39. There's our number of coins equation. Now, the value of coins. So we know that the total value is going to be 183. But these coins are worth different amounts. So the number of pennies and how much that's worth, well, we would need to multiply how much a penny is worth by the number of pennies. How much is a penny worth? Well, it's worth $0.01 or 1 cent. So 0.01 times however many pennies there are, plus what's a dime worth? Well, that would be 0.1. I'll write 0.1 and 0. Times the number of dimes. Okay, so something that can be really helpful here, so you don't have to deal with these decimals, is to multiply through by a number that will clear the decimals. So I'm going to find the largest, let's see, or excuse me, the smallest decimal, which is this one right here. I would have to multiply this by 100 to move that decimal place over 2 times, right? So that means I'm going to multiply everything by 100, and here's what happens. So 100 times 0.01 would just be 1p, or just p, plus 100 times 0.1 would be 10, and then d, equals, and then 100 times 1.83 would be 183. So now we have two equations that are a little more friendly. They don't have all the decimal stuff. Okay, so our two equations are here and here. So I'm going to grab this equation and move it down, stack it on top of the other one, because I'm noticing, hey, these are in a good form for elimination. All right. So I'm going to start by canceling. Let's say I want to cancel the p's. Well, one of them needs to be negative, so I'm going to multiply through by a negative. I'm going to rewrite this equation down here. So negative times p, negative times 10d, negative 10d, equals negative 183. All right. So at this point, we can add them up and eliminate. So these are going to eliminate. A 1d plus negative 10d would be negative 9d, equals, and then we have 39 minus 183, which is negative 144. And now we're going to divide both sides by negative 9 to solve for d. D would be a negative divided by a negative is a positive 16. So what does this mean? Well, that means that there are 16 dimes. Now, we want to know also the number of pennies, right? Well, remember that there are 39 coins total. We know that 16 of them are dimes. So what's left over? Okay, so let's see. 16 plus the number of pennies is 39. What would that have to be? You're probably saying, oh, we got to subtract 16 from 39, and that would be correct. So P would be equal to 23 pennies. So in this situation, there are 16 dimes and 23 pennies.